If you're not educated and you're not willing to put in the time and effort, stay on the sidelines. Now is not your time. Play by the rules or get out. I'm gonna break this down to two parts. We're gonna talk about the typical homeowner and the investor, the top three for both. So hang with me. Here we go, let's just jump into it. The first reason a typical homeowner should not be investing in real estate in 2022 is based on your timeline. You need to know how long you're gonna live in that home. And if it's not a minimum of 3, 4, or 5 years, in my opinion, you have no business buying a home right now. If you don't know how long you're gonna live in a home, you better go figure it out. The market is going down. If you have to buy a house and sell a house right away, you're gonna lose money. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you bought it at a discount. The market is changing. Even when a market's going up, I tell people, if you know you're gonna only live there for a year, what are you doing? Stop. When you sell that house, you're gonna pay for a realtor, closing costs, and any other selling costs that you have. Your house value has to go up just that amount just to break even. You're not making anything. Don't lie to yourself telling you, oh, I'm saving money because it's going towards the house instead of rent. That's for a year, doesn't count. The market right now has kind of come down. The interest rates have dropped a little bit. Right now is a great time to buy if you're looking long term. The competition's less. The rate isn't outrageous. I think the rates are going to get worse. And you can always refinance later. Fast forward 5, 10 years or more, values are going to be higher and you're going to wish that you bought right now. But if you don't know your timeline, stop, get out. The second reason that a homeowner should not be buying a house right now in 2022 is if you don't have enough liquidity. You need to have cash. I'm not talking about your boat. I'm not talking about your primary residence. You have to sell a house. Doesn't matter. I don't care assets you have. I want to know how much cash, liquid, that you have in your bank account that you could get to actually pay your mortgage, that you can actually pay for your groceries and pay your bills. If things hit the fan, you need to be able to have the cash to weather the storm. I don't think you guys understand this enough. You need to have enough cash to weather a storm. If you don't, you could lose everything. Do I think the market's gonna crash? No. Am I ready if it's gonna crash? Yes. Be liquid. The third reason that a typical homeowner should not buy a house is if you suck at budgeting. And you're probably not gonna have liquidity either if you suck at budgeting because you're just gonna go spend it all. If you go out and you're spending everything and you just had to eat ramen noodles for a week, don't go buy a house. You guys know exactly who I'm talking to. If you need to learn how to budget first, go do it. Man up, woman up, and go do it. Go talk to Dave Ramsey, I don't care.
Oprah was wrong.
Figure it out. Just come back here when you're ready to invest. I am putting out videos every Thursday, and don't miss them. Like and subscribe. We will teach you how to do it the right way, but you have to have your budgeting under control. Let's jump to the investor side. The first reason as an investor that you won't want to be buying real estate in 2022 is timeline. Same thing as a typical homeowner, but looked at differently. So stay with me. If you're flipping a house, that's a short term. You're more at risk. If you're buying long term, just know how long you're going to be owning it for, and if there is a crash, is that enough time for you to wait? And are you making money every month? But if you're flipping, that's less than a year typically. You better know exactly your timeline. You better know your numbers. If you calculate how much your ARV, your after repair value is, well, you better subtract 10, 15, maybe 20% as the market goes down. Oh, you better be subtracting the extra few months it's going to take to sell it. Oh, you better subtract the extra cost right now because inflation has been outrageous. And then you better not go below your break-even point. Who wants to work for that long of a time just to break even? And I'll tell you, if you're doing that, you're losing money. There's gonna be a lot of investors that have made poor decisions. When the water recedes, they're gonna be exposed because they did not understand their timeline. Reason number 2 is also the same reason for a typical homeowner, liquidity. But a lot of investors or business owners, they lose sight of liquidity because they start making so much money. Seriously, you guys, you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars and be cash poor. Listen to that again. You could be making hundreds of thousands of dollars every year and be cash poor where you're risking everything. You could be going into house flip after house flip after house flip, and you're locking up money to pay for the rehabs, to pay for your down payments. All this money's going out, and guess what? We had a correction. What if it takes you 3 more months now to finish the house and sell it than you planned on? Oh, but you planned on that money coming back. And all of a sudden you have $1 million plus that should be coming back, but now you can't even make your monthly payments on those homes. This is real, guys. You have to be liquid. Keep enough to cover your butt. Especially, and I'm warning you guys, as the market has shifted, watch the budgets and save more cash. Don't be dumb. Now, finally, the third reason as an investor to not buy a house in 2022 is if you're uneducated. If you're a newbie and trying to get into the real estate market, by all means, you can do it. It's a harder time to get started. Hitch yourself to someone that knows what they're talking about. You better be reading all the books. Go get some experience. Start small. You can royally screw up. In a market that's going up, it covers a whole lot of mistakes. In a market that's going down, the market's going to be its own mistakes on top of the ones you're making. So be educated, guys. Learn everything you can. If you're not educated and you're not willing to put in the time and effort, stay on the sidelines. Don't invest. Now is not your time. Play by the rules or get out. Go watch my other videos if you want to start learning how to do this stuff and be ready. If you get ready before the market shifts, wonderful. If you're going to take this downward market to learn everything you can, great. But we put out new videos every Thursday. Click subscribe. Go click the little bell. Get ready, guys. Be educated. This was a very serious video. A lot of important information. Go watch my other videos, as you guys know that we stay positive all the time. But I do love you. Thank you. Until the next time, see you then.